Die before you die, because once your final breath leave your body, there will be no more chances to awaken. I do not speak about physical death, but of a different kind of death, one that takes place while you are still alive. It is the death of illusions, the death of masks, the death of false identities that you have carried for far too long. To die before you die means to let the old self fall away so that the real you can be born. It means breaking the chains of fear, pain, and limitation and stepping into a life that is larger, freer, and more true than anything you have known. From the very moment you entered this world, you were wrapped in stories. You were given a name, an identity, a place in a family, and expectations to carry. Your environment shaped you. Your society told you who you were supposed to be. Your teachers instructed you, and your family placed burdens upon you. Slowly, without noticing it, you built your sense of self from these voices. You wore masks that pleased others. You played roles that society approved of, and you call those masks your face. But deep inside, a quiet voice has always whispered to you. It has asked again and again, is this really who I am? Or is there something more? Most of what you believe about yourself is only a story. It is a fragile story built from opinions, from memories, from conditioning. These stories comfort you because they give you an identity, but they are not real. They are clouds that pass through the sky of your being. You mistake the clouds for the sky itself, but when the clouds vanish, the sky remains endless and untouched. That sky is your true self. It does not depend on stories, labels, or roles. It is vast, infinite, and cannot be harmed by the storms that move across it. To die before you die is to realize that you are not the clouds. You are the sky. But to step into this truth, you must let the old self die. And this death is painful. It feels like loss. It feels like standing on the edge of a cliff and being asked to jump into the unknown. Your ego resists with all its power. The ego whispers that without your labels, without your story, you'll be nothing. It tells you that letting go is the same as disappearing. And so you cling to the story of who you are, even when it hurts you. You hold tightly to your pain, to your fear, to your doubts, because they are familiar. The cage has become comfortable, and in that comfort you mistake it for safety. But the truth is that the ego is not real. It is not who you are. It is a bundle of thoughts, fears, and habits that you have mistaken for yourself. It is like a shadow. A shadow has no substance, but when you stare at it long enough, you begin to believe it is solid. Thoughts come and go. Fears rise and fall, desires appear and fade, but you are not those things. You are the space in which they come and go. You are not the waves on the surface, you are the ocean itself. To die before you die is to stop clinging to the waves and to remember that you are the ocean. Think of fear. How many times has fear controlled your life? Fear shows itself as a knot in your chest, as a racing heart, as endless thoughts in your mind. Your imagination paints dark pictures of failure, rejection, and loss. But if you take a step back and simply observe, you see that fear is nothing but energy moving through you. It is a vibration, a wave. It rises, it peaks, it fades. Fear is not who you are, but your mind builds stories around it, convincing you that the sensation is a threat, and then you suffer. If you can sit still and look clearly, you realize that fear is only energy and that you are the one who watches it. The same is true for anxiety, for sadness, for loneliness. They are not eternal truths. They are passing states of mind. They are not you. To die before you die means to see through these illusions. It means to let go of the stories that keep you chained. It means to release your grip on labels, identities, and false beliefs. When you do this, you will experience freedom. You will see that you are not the storm, but the sky that holds the storm. You are not the pain, but the witness of it. You are not the fear, but the presence in which fear arises. And once you taste this truth, nothing in the world can take it away from you. But this death is not easy. It is the hardest journey you will ever take. To let go of who you think you are feels like being torn apart. It feels like a great emptiness. You may feel lost. You may feel like everything has been taken from you. There may be times when you walk through loneliness, through silence, through darkness. But this darkness is sacred. It is not punishment, it is preparation. It is the womb of transformation. It is in the silence and the emptiness that the old story dissolves and the new self is born. Do not run from it. Do not fear it. Allow it to strip you bare, because only when you're empty of lies can you be filled with truth. Think of the moments in your life when you felt broken. A heartbreak that left you shattered. A failure that made you doubt your worth. A betrayal that tore your trust apart. In those moments, it felt like a part of you had died. But notice what happened after. Something new arose. Maybe it was strength. Maybe it was resilience. Maybe it was compassion. Life has always been teaching you this truth. Endings are not real endings. They are transformations. The seed must die for the flower to bloom. The old self must die for the true self to rise. And what is the truth that rises? It is the truth that you are not separate from life. You are life itself. When the ego dies, the illusion of separation fades. You begin to see that the trees, the rivers, the stars, and even the people around you are not outside of you. They exist within the field of your awareness. Without you, there would be no experience of them. You are the witness that gives life meaning. You are the space in which the universe unfolds. You are not small. You are not broken. You are infinite, timeless, and one with everything. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, who were you before the world told you who to be? Before the labels, before the expectations, before the masks, who were you? If you strip away everything you've been told, what remains? What remains is presence, pure and unshakable. That is who you are. That is your true self. And this self cannot die. This self has no fear. This self is free. To die before you die is to awaken to this truth. So how do you begin? You begin by observing. Watch your thoughts without grabbing onto them. Watch your emotions without naming them. See them as they are, ripples in the vast ocean of your being. Do not say, this is me. Say, this is happening in me. The more you practice, the weaker the ego becomes. The more you watch, the freer you become. Slowly the chains loosen. Slowly the masks fall away. Slowly the cage opens. This journey is not about gaining more knowledge. It is not about adding more layers to your identity. It is about peeling them away. It is about unlearning, about letting go, about surrendering. The ego believes that surrender means death, but in truth, surrender is life. In surrender, harmony is restored. In surrender, you come home to yourself. And once you come home, you realize that what you were searching for outside has always been within. Dying before you die is not the end of your story. It is the beginning. It is the moment when you realize that you're not limited, that you're not defined by pain, that you're not broken. It is the moment when you discover that you're life itself, boundless and free. And once you awaken to this truth, nothing can ever take it from you. So I ask you, who were you before the world told you who to be? And are you willing to let the false self die so that the true self may live? If you found meaning in these words, I ask you to like and share the video so that others may also awaken to this truth. And if you wish to hear more messages like this, subscribe to the channel and join me on this journey of discovery.